Hi everybody, I'm Stephanie from Gathered in the Kitchen. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a super easy wreath for St. Patrick's Day using supplies from the dollar store. So what I have here is a clover or shamrock wire wreath form. Again, this was also from the dollar store. I also have 3 strands of shamrocky St. Patrick's Day garland. So I have 2 that are just the green and with like little clovers on them. And then I have 1 that has like little pots of gold. Then I also have 2 pipe cleaners. These are actually sparkly green that I just had in my pipe cleaner collection. So I'm going to be using those as well as a pair of scissors. So let's go ahead and get started. So first up, what we're going to do is remove the tag off of the wire wreath form and then remove one of these strands of garland from their tag as well. Okay. Now we're going to find one of the ends and just start wrapping. So what I'm going to do is actually start here at the base of the shamrock. And what I'm going to do, you can actually tie this, just tie a knot, or you can use the pipe cleaners. I'm going to just tie this and we'll save the pipe cleaners for later should we need it. And then basically all I'm going to do is start wrapping around the wreath form. This is the most simple wreath ever. I have made lots of wreaths in my day. Some of the other easy ones are coffee filter wreaths and rag wreaths. If you guys want tutorials for those, you can look over at gatheredinthekitchen.com for those. And then once you complete the stem of the shamrock, we're just going to start doing the same thing, wrapping along the petals of the clovers. Okay. Sometimes it's easier if you bunch it because then it's easier to wrap it. You don't have to pull so much through. So this wreath will definitely have cost us less than $5 because each of these things is $1.25. So we have 4 items. We're at $5 right there. And we may not actually need all of this garland, so you can use it for other projects or, you know, decorate other places in your home. So all we're doing is just wrapping this around the wreath form. You want to make sure that there's no gaps. And so you don't want to push it too tight because you don't want areas too full. Rather, you know, then if you run out, you don't want one area to be more full than another area. But I just want to make sure there's no gaps or you don't see the wire. So as soon as I finish this strand, I'll hold this up so you guys can see what this looks like. It's really looking cute. And the good thing is that these are 12-foot long strands of garland. So one strand actually does go quite a distance. So you really don't need to purchase that many. So my store only had 2 of these ones that were just a solid green. And I wasn't the biggest fan of the ones with the little golden coins on them, but I figured if I decided to use that, I would do that kind of as like an overlay, so it wasn't so tightly woven, so there were a little less golden coins everywhere. But I actually may not even end up using it. We'll just see. All right, so that whole leaf section, the clover part, is done. So now I'm starting on the second one. And really the great thing with this stuff is with this garland being so flexible, it goes every direction that you want it to. All right, so I am at the end of that first strand of garland. What I'm going to do is just cut, this is probably about 3 inches worth of pipe cleaner. I'm just going to go around one of the rungs here. It's going to be very difficult to see because it's all so shiny, but I'm just going to twist this and hold down that piece of garland right there, the end piece. Just going to twist this and then kind of tuck it so no one will ever be, you cannot even tell that there's a pipe cleaner on there. So now we're going to take the second strand. I love easy projects like this that take just seriously a couple minutes to make because I don't always have a lot of time to do projects because I'm a busy mom. I have other things I have to do. Now this I'm just going to tie again. With it being the beginning, it's really easy to tie. And I can always come back if it starts to get loose and take that pipe cleaner and tighten it down. But for this purpose, that looks totally fine. You can't even tell that I've tied anything there. So again, I'm going to bunch this up and just start wrapping. But yes, I love easy projects because not everybody has a lot of time in their day. And sometimes people are intimidated to be making different wreaths and everything, especially if you haven't done a lot of crafting in the past. So things that give you a big win right away, like a wreath like this, is definitely the place to start. So, and it doesn't break the bank. Sometimes wreaths can be really expensive actually. They can run over $50, especially if you're doing like floral and fabric mixed in and everything. So I like projects where I can just go to my local Dollar Tree store, buy a couple supplies, and then have a really cute wreath at the end. So. And you can do a wreath like this with so many different materials. You don't have to use Garland, although I would recommend Garland because it does have a nice texture to it. It's really fluffy and fills out very nice. But you could use scraps of fabric, strips of fabric, scraps of fabric, whichever. You can tie them, you can wrap them. You could use different kind of greenery. So like kind of more like your Christmas greenery garland, you could use that. What are some other things? You could use ribbon. There's so many different possibilities for making a wreath like this. You could even use old t-shirts or jeans. Cut them up, cut them into strips and just wrap or tie, and that would look really cute as well. I think that's why I like wreaths. There's no right or wrong way to make a wreath, and you can totally make it as creative as you want or not as creative. And I really like that because I love making things and I like to make them different than what I can actually buy at the store. I like uniqueness. So yeah. And a wreath like this, I actually have seen wreaths similar to this at the big box stores, but they run around like $20, $15 to $20. And I was a little like, I don't want to spend that kind of money. So the $5 that I spent to make this, I thought was just a lot better. I do like to save money when making my own projects. So, all right, we're almost to the end here. Start spreading this out. And what I could have decided not to do the stem of the clover like that. I could have used the other garland for that or a different color, which actually I'm going to unwind this now because I don't have enough here. So 2 strands of garland of 12 foot long each is not enough to go around on the way that I wrapped it. So I'm going to use this and I'll use that garland for the base. You have to untie this. A little snip. Okay. Unwind it. So I'm just completely making this on the fly as I am making this video. So you're learning along with me as I make this of how much is needed. Okay. Here we go. That worked perfect. So 2 strands is what you need to go around the leaves of the clover. Unfortunately, again, my store did not have 3 of these. So, all right, now to finish this end off, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Take about a 3 to 4 inch pipe cleaner and twist it on to one of these wire rungs. To hold it in place. Just twist a couple times on there to make sure it's secure. Then tuck the little tails. And if you need to move anything around, go ahead and do that now. Spread things out. So this is what we look like so far. That is so cute. I really like this actually. I think it's cute. All right, now I'm going to use this one just for the base. So several of my neighbors, I feel like I didn't get the memo. Several of my neighbors put these light up shamrocks outside of their house. So for this, I'm just going to go ahead and, because of these little gold coins, I'm going to just use the pipe cleaner to secure this on right away. Several of my neighbors put out these adorable light up shamrocks. So at night on their porches, they light up. I feel like I didn't get the memo for it. So I need to do something for my porch to make it more St. Patrick's Day feeling. So, all right, we're just going to wrap this. Tuck those little tails again. And if you're only able to find strands of garland like this, You can always cut off the coins if you don't like the coins. But I think let's see what they look like first before I decide to remove any of them. All right, so there is my shamrock. That looks super cute. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit. I'm going to I'm gonna space it out. I'm going to wrap this along all of these still. Yeah, that'll look good. Okay, I need to grab this so it cleans faster. We'll just spread this out. So I have some gold coins scattered throughout the wreath, but not overkill. I'm almost done. So 3 strands was perfect. Perfect. If you guys want more really easy wreath tutorials, again, check out my blog at gatheredinthekitchen.com. There's tons of wreath tutorials as well as other craft tutorials and lots of delicious recipes. So I highly recommend checking it out. All right, we're almost done here. That actually ended up perfect. That very end finished it off. So that is what it looks like right now. That is so adorable. All right, now I just need to get another little pipe cleaner and we're gonna secure this. Let's see here. Let's find a good spot to stick it to. So again, the way that you do this is you just go through the wire rungs on your wreath and then just fold and twist the pipe cleaner around the strand of garland because you just want to make sure it doesn't come off. And then just tuck the little tails. So here's my wreath. That is so cute. I'm gonna go hang that out on my front door and you guys can tell me what you guys think. On the back, so this is what the back looks like. There's actually, it looks like there's more gold coins on the back than the front. It's just that it happens to be the way that it wrapped. But that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, like and subscribe and check out Gathered in the Kitchen for more tutorials. Have a great day, guys. Bye.